God bless you. Good morning. Here's your teacher with another lecture on the same topic, mole, its calculation. Today we will go ahead and we will try to solve the calculations which are asked in your textbook. You know what number is given here? Yes, this number is discussed again and again in previous two classes, and I'm sure you have learnt it. It is 6.02 into 10 raised to the power 23. This number is also called as Avogadro number, and this number particle is present in 1 mole of any substance. Today we are going to use it many times. Mole is the unit of quantity, but mole is representing a unit relative atomic mass. But when we talk of mole is a unit, but it has 6.02 multiplied 10 raised to the power 23 particles. Particles can be atoms in case of elements. Particles can be molecule in case of covalently bonded compounds, and these particles can be ions when the substance is ionic compound. The number of moles and the number of particles are closely related. When we multiply the number of moles with number of Avogadro, we get number of particles. But when we divide number of particles by this number of Avogadro, we get number of moles back. How? Let me show you an example. Example number 1.6 from your textbook. Calculate the number of moles, number of molecules, and number of atoms present in 6 gram of water. So the data in which the given quantity is 6 gram of water. We know the chemical formula of water is H2O. So the first task is to find the number of moles present in 6 gram of water. We know the grams given are 6, and the molar mass or the molecular mass of water is 18 gram. When we put these values in the formula, we get number of moles, 6 divided by 18. So we are getting 0.33 moles of water, H2O. Now after knowing the number of moles, we can easily know or calculate the number of molecules present in this much mole. So when we know the number of molecules, we use Avogadro number. We multiply the number of moles with number of Avogadro. Then we finally can calculate the number of molecules present in 6 gram or 0.33 mole. Now next step, your question is also asking about the number of atoms present. Now here a concept will work that one molecule of H2O has 2 atoms of hydrogen. So how many molecules are calculated? That's 1.98 into 10 raised to the power 23 molecules. And one molecule of water has 1 atom of oxygen as well. So the total number of atoms present in 1 unit of H2O or 1 molecule of H2O is 2 plus 1 is 3. So if we know the number of moles, we can know the number of molecules, and by multiplying this number of molecule with 3. Why 3? Because one molecule of water has 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. So we can easily calculate the number of atoms. That is 5.94 into 10 raised to the power 23. I am sure using using calculator with this much power will not be an issue to you. Otherwise, you can also take help from me or from the internet or from your maths teacher how to put these values in the calculator. Then your question will become very easier for you. Let's solve another example, which is saying you there are 3.01 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules of carbon dioxide, it's a gas, present in a container. Calculate the number of moles and its mass. So this time we are going reverse. Previously we calculated the number of moles from the grams given, then we calculated the number of moles and atoms. Now molecules are given to us and we are asked to calculate the number of moles and mass. So first, using the same formula, we will be calculating number of moles of carbon dioxide. Look, we are replacing the places of number of moles. You know, the number of moles of carbon dioxide can be calculated. How many molecules are given? Molecules are 3.01 into 10 raised to the power 23. So we divide the given number of molecules by number of Avogadro to know number of moles, because this much particle is present in a unit mole. So the mole which is obtained here is 0.5. All the time we are using the same formula, only we are replacing the places. Look, now after calculating the number of moles, if we multiply the molar mass, that is 44. How come 44? How come? Carbon dioxide has one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen. So 12 plus 16 plus 16 is giving us 44. So 0.5 moles multiplied by molar mass, we will be having the mass of carbon dioxide. Look, we calculated the grams of carbon dioxide from the number of molecules, but we are not finding it directly. We are finding first the number of moles. As I gave you a precaution that never do this transaction directly, always go through or proceed via calculating number of moles. This is a trick. Okay, now your chapter back exercise. Just look at page number 26. Question number 15 is asking which one has more atoms. Look, the grams are given. If you divide this gram by their relative atomic mass, you will know the number of moles. And if you know the number of moles, by multiplying moles with Avogadro number, you can get the number of atoms. You try this question. Then, which one has more molecules? 9 gram of water or 9 gram of sugar? The molecular mass of water is used many times, that 18 gram. And you can also calculate the molecular mass of sugar, that's C12H22O11. The carbon's mass is 12, hydrogen is 1 and oxygen is 16. Okay, the same question, which one has more formula units? 1 gram of sodium chloride or 1 gram of potassium chloride? Class, believe me, these three questions will boost your concepts and you will check your intelligence or understanding by these questions, because your 5-year paper, which is the discussion of the next class, is coming to give you a very clear picture what type of questions are coming in your board. Just practice this, solve them and send them back to me so that I can see your methods and your steps, and I will tell you if they are wrong or they are long or short. So whatever you are doing, I need to watch them. Thank you very much. God bless you. Take care.